This video is going to be about scheduling. Starting over here, I make a folder for a chair and then another folder for scheduling. Then each semester scheduling has its own folder. So if I click and open up this one, I have a folder with all the documents I get from Carrie in an email. Then I bring over my Excel spreadsheet from previous time I schedule, and this is to sort out the Bio 110 lecture and lab and part-timers availability and so forth, because we have a lot of sections. This file here, item list, this I get from HR, and it's sent out from Sarah Anderegg. And if I open it up, we can take a look. It's not as user-friendly because it has like other disciplines, but down here you can see it says biology, and in parentheses, it says what specialty class that these instructors can teach. So this one, this is Iman. She can teach anatomy, physiology, and microbiology. This is the date they were hired, and here is their rank. So biology starts here. So Arif is ranked 1, Janine 2, Vic is 3, and so forth. So you have to offer their assignment in this order of seniority. Then over here, it tells you if they have senior or junior EDM status. And what that means is how many units you are obligated to offer them. And so I'll do more on that later. In either case, I usually copy and paste this in, but I have my own table that I find is a little bit more user-friendly. I'll show that too. Then this document is just a document where I have notes on general notes on scheduling. I paste in people's emails that I get back on when they're available. And so then I can use one document for everything. So I'm going to start off clicking on Carrie's folder here to see what she sends you. She sends you the calendars for 2 academic years. So it's the same that you usually can grab off the website. This file is an Excel spreadsheet that shows you the master schedule for final exam week. So, if you normally have a class on Monday, 8 o'clock, then that will, all classes that are Monday at 8, start at 8, will have their final exam on the same day and time. I don't really have to do anything with this. I think she just gives it to us for, general information to be aware of, but I don't ever mess with it. It's behind the scene. This file is a IVC GE schedule. Usually our department is not on there. So, there's nothing to do there. Here is unit allocations. Maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger. So she'll give us unit allocations, and then there's a software questionnaire. I just fill it out to my best ability. Sometimes I feel like the questions are weird, or I don't really fully understand what they want. I just fill it out to my best ability, and then I send it in. And then there's a checklist. So I'll start with the unit allocations. So here it's just a memo. And so since now when I'm making this video, it is January, and we're scheduling for summer and fall at that time. And then in August, you will be scheduling for the spring. And so what they do is they just roll over whatever was in Banner last fall. And so you can see that in this case, geography doesn't even have enough units, and geology doesn't even have a full load, which is 15 units. So I just emailed them and let them know that I'm going to go over on these two, because contractually, faculty teaching these subjects should have a full load because they're full-timers. And I also keep track of these tables, as they come in year after year or semester after semester, to just kind of see if there's any units missing. So as I mentioned, they just roll it over. And so if there was a course canceled due to low enrollment, that could cause this number to be lower. And so I just respond to it as needed. And usually I'm aware that, hey, this course got canceled, so we should have those units back. They're not on here. And I haven't had any problems getting units back that, I have a good justification for. So in the summer, we usually have a field class that Joe teaches, and at least one Bio 110 lecture and one Bio 110 lab. And so that adds up to these units. All right, so that's from Carrie. I'll back to my folder here. Then the software questionnaire, I'll just show that. I just fill in the answers here. I send it in as scheduling is due. Back to my folder. They have a little handy checklist. I do have my own checklist too, because this checklist is for the whole college. Sometimes I feel like, because we're a department that has labs and things like that, there might be some more things to think about. So in either case, I wrote that down in my own scheduling Word document. And then back to our folder. This is the one I probably use the most from Carrie, because it has links. So IR&D applications, those are due at the same time as the schedule is due, and faculty that are doing these, they usually know, they're aware of that they are doing an application, and so they usually send in the paperwork to you when it's time. So it doesn't hurt to remind people about it. Part-timers usually are not aware of this either, or I get questions like, oh, what is that? And do I need to do things? And so you might have to explain that. Then there's also Tableau. Tableau is a way to kind of check with former schedules, historical schedules, to see if there is any conflicts. So for example, is majors biology smack on top of important chemistry class that those students also need, well, then there's going to be a problem. So you can check that. It's really effective to maybe be efficient with GE courses. So students have a maximal number of options to take various types of GE. So you can look at it. If you're thinking about moving a section and you go to Tableau and you see that historically they have not been in conflict, but now when you're thinking about moving it, you might be on top of another GE class, then I would reach out to that department chair and ask them, hey, are you keeping that class in the same spot, or did you move it? How can we talk about how we don't create a conflict? Because ultimately we're here to serve students, and we want to give students the most flexibility to get their courses. And so, I would not start moving a bunch of classes if there's only a limited number of that class. And, unless you checked out with Tableau and maybe double checked with other department chairs. There are some classes like Bio 110, we have like 9 sections of Bio 110 lab, for example. In that case, I would not reach out, because even if you are creating a conflict with one section, students have 8 other sections to choose between. So, it's not going to be as important. But if you only have like one class, then it might be an issue. This is the link that brings you to Schedule Builder. So I'm going to click on that. And it's going to log you in. That link is, oh, I guess it didn't. That link is only active for whatever dates Carrie has made it active for. And let's see what. And so this is where you're going to enter everyone's schedule, but I'm going to make a separate movie or video on that. So I'm going to close that down for now. Before we move on, I just want to go through these various paperwork. So there are forms and they link to forms. So this form 6A, this is the official offer for part-time faculty. That one, you know, you're going to have to fill in and send off as you offer part-timers their assignments. And I would make sure that you send off the offers in the order of seniority. These other ones we also get sometimes from other people, like Dorian often sends us the office hour thing and things like that. But so out of these forms, I would say the form 6A is probably the one I use the most. Closing this down, looking in the folder, that was stuff from Carrie. I am going to go to 112 schedule. So I actually have it open here. This is the historical offering schedule of 112A, B, and C. And at first it might be hard to kind of figure out what the pattern is. You can see if we start here at fall 15, they're offering A, and then the next semester offering A in the daytime. Then this semester not offering it. Then it's A in the daytime and then A at night. Then they're not offering it. Then it's daytime, and not offered. This pattern repeats, and in any case, I made this to make it easier. However, there's been shifting in the past before I was chair that broke the pattern. And so let's see, we're over here, spring 24. I believe one of these 112Cs were moved to the daytime. And so there currently, when I'm making this video, there are a few 112C students that are waiting for that to be offered again. However, you can see it's only been offered daytime. And so we had 1 or 2 students that were not happy about it not being at night. So as of spring 24, when I'm making this movie or a video, I am surveying students to see if there is some way we can meet the demand, because 112C is supposedly not being offered at night until spring 25. And since 112C is usually the last 112 class that student takes because it has the most prerequisites, those students are often ready to transfer. And so, you know, this can cause a hiccup for those students. And, you know, of course, we really want to not have those situations, but sometimes it feels like no matter what you do, someone is going to be unhappy. And so in this case, because it's not scheduled until here, we are surveying to see what are we going to offer in the fall. And we may have to break this pattern. The other thing that's happening is that we are going to switch to a 2-semester, but as of today, when this video is made, there is no specific date when that can happen. I heard people say maybe fall 25, but there is absolutely nothing that has been confirmed, so we can't spread the word for that. But at that point, we're going to need to phase the 112C series out, because some students may have started it and they need to finish it. And then we're going to have to phase in the new 111 A and B. And so this is still a work in progress, and we've been meeting with counselors, but we did start, trying to figure out, like, when should we offer maybe the A, B, and C to kind of figure out. We also agreed that maybe at some point we have to survey students. We are also looking into offering the new 111. So that's in green here. Maybe we'll offer it here, right? Maybe we'll offer here. Nothing has been decided. If by chance we can offer it fall 25, then we could start with 111A, and then the next semester we can have both. And there was also a discussion that maybe we could have students enroll into a combined section of 111B, 111C as we're phasing out, or 112C as we're phasing this one out and we're starting this. Once again, these were just brainstorming. Nothing has been decided. It was just ideas thrown out to see how we can best and most efficiently phase the 112 series out and get the 111 A and B in. So so those are other things in regards to scheduling. This Excel spreadsheet is where I have tabs down here at the bottom. What I do is first, when part-timers tell me their availability, I just highlight them in different colors. As you can see here is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then some people, like in this case, Rebecca said she's available the whole day. So, you know, I just make it this way. Then I figure out when does it make sense to offer the lectures of Bio 110, and the labs are in blue. So here there's a lecture in the morning going from 11 to 12:30, and then there's a lecture at 4. So obviously these two sections, all the students here would benefit to have a lab in the middle. And so that's what we're doing. And hence we're encroaching into COM hour. So this lab starts at 1:10, but you can see there is no way to fit a Bio 110 lab between these two sections without encroaching into the COM hour. So that's a good argument for why we should be allowed to keep this 112 or 111, or sorry, 110 lab in this slot. We also have another one here on Wednesdays. And then Tuesdays, we don't have a COM hour, so it's not an issue. So here we're stacking up 2 Bio 110 labs back to back, and then night sections of lab in blue here. We're also offering 2 lectures here at night. So you can imagine that some of these students in these lectures need a lab at night, but because it starts at 6, they might be here, you know, on the other days doing something else. They could take this lab and then maybe, you know, have a lunch break or dinner break and then come in for night. It just gives them options. Then I paste in if the seniority list here for part-timers, the order you have to offer things. Junior EDM, they need to be offered 6 units. Senior EDMs need to be offered 9 units. And so I then paste in what I have offered them. So for example, here, this part-timer doesn't want more, even though she's entitled to 9, and so forth. And so I just kind of keep it all here. Then for all of us in biology, I list the courses here, their units, who teaches it. I have geography and geology here. So then I paste in our unit allocation, and then I just have biology is usually like, you know, a lot of people and a lot of units to keep track of. So I have it calculate, okay, what are our total number of units here? I compare it to what is over here. Then I do the total and I compare it here and so forth. So it's just a way to kind of keep track of everything in Excel. So of course there are, you know, other ways to approach it, but that's how I do it. Everyone likes things different. So if I'm sure there might be a more efficient way to do this. All right. All right. That's it for all of those files, and I'll make other videos for the scheduling.